Hello, my name is Eva Lantela. I'm the owner of DragonFire Gallery in Cannon Beach. I want to invite you to enjoy this following conversation regarding art. I've been musing for a couple of years about how I'd really like to talk with artists, talk with the art viewers, and just having a myriad of different conversations about what art means to us, how it impacts our lives, how it changes us. And so I've noticed over the last few years, I have had this gallery for 23 years, and I really noticed what happened with, in a couple times in my life actually, but also thinking very much about what happened over the last 4 years. And when people were shut down and you couldn't go anywhere, and just how people really embraced coming to the gallery and to add art to their homes. And I feel like a lot of that was about, not only did we have the time to spend on our homes, but we started realizing the importance of what we surrounded ourselves with and how we had more time to connect with things like that. And it's always been, in my opinion, very important to have meaningful things surrounding you that speak to your soul, and that sometimes we don't even know why, but it just brings out something in us that gives us pause and gives us time to reflect. And I remember the first time I really connected with a piece of artwork. I was about, I guess, in my mid to later 20s, and I saw it in the window of an art gallery that was beside a restaurant I was going to, and I had to keep going back and looking through the window because this painting was just so impactful to me, and I didn't understand why. And to make a long story short, I went in and I bought it, and it was a big purchase for me at the time, which was like $700. We're going back almost 40 years. And it's still the first thing I hang when I move. It speaks to me about my own journey in life, what I'm looking for, what inspires me, slows me down. So when we connect with a piece of artwork, there's something really magical that happens there. And even if you don't understand why, but you just have to keep looking at it. And that's the kind of thing that I love about having an art gallery, is seeing people make those connections and their response and what comes over them. I also had one time, I've loved many artists' work in my life and continue to. There was this one piece though, when an artist came to show the work, I was so moved that I just had to, I just had to buy one. I cried and I had to buy one. And I found that when I touched the painting, when I brought it home and I touched the painting, it's like I could feel what the artist had put into that piece of artwork and how it spoke to me. And that's just, again, it's so magical, and it's not something you can really explain. It just happens to you. One of the interesting things I've found too over the years, over the last 10 to 15 years, but it just continues to grow, and I see more of it, is people's coming in with their smartphones, and half the time they're not even engaged in what's around them. I don't know how you can connect with a piece of artwork when you aren't even really looking. And I really hope to encourage people to silence their phones and put them away. One, not to distract other people who aren't looking at their phone, but just to really look at what you're looking at and experience what it is. And the ones that grab you, to allow that to have impact on you. It's, I think the expression art saves lives is just I remember the first time I saw it, I didn't completely understand it. I thought, what what does that mean really? And then I went through a really hard time in my life, and I was creating some myself, and art became something that really fed me and helped me get through that time. And so that was my first experience of saying, yeah, I really get that. And now what I see is, I think, the impact of the smartphone and it distracting us and taking away from that we're doing that in other experiences in our life, where we're not really seeing what's before us. We're not really present to the current moment. And I think that I'm really, really fortunate that every day I'm surrounded by beautiful art. And I think it's what keeps me really going, what keeps me optimistic, keeps me very hopeful. And I just treasure the relationships with the artist and with the customers, and looking for those moments. I really encourage people to take a moment and think about art and what it means to you, and what creating it, whether you're ones that create it as well as experience other people's, or for you it's mostly about going and looking at it and perhaps purchasing some and bringing it home, and what that experience means. I would love to talk to you about it.